Okay, so we've redefined some tags, but they basically change in default on tags. But what if we wanted to apply some of these nifty cascading style sheet features to maybe a table cell, or just one word, or maybe this paragraph right here where it says here's some more? Well, you're not going to redefine a tag at that point because then it would change everything. Instead, what you'll do is you'll set up a class. You're going to have to come up with a name for it. You can name it yourself, call it whatever you feel like. So you'll say, I want to call it Fancy Paragraph Class, and here's all the stuff I want to do. I want to do bold, and I want to do this font, and I want to do this size, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And then you have to go and apply it. Beginners are really good at remembering to make the class, and they're really bad at remembering to apply it. All the time they're making the thing and then saying it didn't work because they just forgot to apply it. So you're going to have to apply it later. Here's how it works. Let's say that we wanted to fancy up this cell here. If you take a look at Amazon's site, you see they've got all these cells over here, and you notice there's a certain background color, and the font is a certain color, and there's more space below the words than there is above the words, and there's a different space over on the left. And also you notice there's a border going around it, but that there's a bigger border on one side than there are the other side. All of that stuff is set with cascading style sheets. Basically what you do is you get in here and you make a style, and then you apply the style to the cell, and the whole cell changes. And if you want to apply it to another cell, you don't have to do it again, you just say apply it again over there. Alright, here's how it works. We're going to get into our style section up in our head here. If you remember when we were redefining tags, we just typed the name of the tag. When you're making a class, you start with a dot, and that's how the browser knows that it's a class and not that you're trying to redefine some kind of tag. So maybe I'll call it Fancy Cell. I'm going to call it Fancy Cell just for fun. Still using the same curly brace, and we're using all the same commands too. Here's a new one though. We're going to do background color. When you want background color, you just type background-color, and you give it a background color. So I gave it this background color. Let's see what that did. And it didn't do anything. Why? Because I didn't apply it, that's why. Remember that whole thing about you have to apply it? Haha, I gotcha. So, here's how you apply it. You go find the cell that you want to apply it to. There it is right there. That's the TD with the jackets and the shoes and the coats and things like that in it. And here's how you do it. You get in the tag that you want to apply the class to, like the TD or the paragraph or whatever, and you write class equals, all one word, in quotes, because this is an HTML thing, and you write the name of the class, which in this case was Fancy Cell. So I save it. Woo! Now I got a real nice light green. But now I can hardly see my text. So why don't I make my text bigger and bold and white? So I can come in, back to where I define the class, and I say, alright, I'm going to make my font size. Maybe I'll make it 16 pixels. And it's already bold, so I'm going to get in here and also say that I'm going to make it white. Remember, color on font is just color. And if I want to do it in hexadecimal, white is all F's. It's all the lights turned on all the way. So it's FF, 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 colon. And I save it up. And when I refresh, you can see that it's all nice and nice. So any of the things that we've learned so far you can apply to a class too. So take a second and play around. Make yourself your own fancy cell class. And then after you make it, you're going to have to go apply it to the cell by doing TD class and then fancy